Today I'm going to be reviewing the BlueSpray 16-zone Wi-Fi smart sprinkler controller. BlueSpray sent me this unit in exchange for an honest review, and after 2 weeks of using it, I can say that it's a good unit. I think this controller really shines for commercial uses, for uses with a lot of zones, with a lot of manual control, with big physical spaces. But I think it comes up short when it comes to just the normal do-it-yourselfer. But this unit does have one killer app that I love so much, I can't stop talking about, that pretty much sets it apart from all the other smart sprinkler controllers. The BlueSpray unit is heavy on the manual controls, so if you really want to get in there and dig in and set stuff up manually, this is your controller. But for me, I prefer a unit like the Rain Machine where I set it and forget it. The Rain Machine unit will take into consideration the temperature, the season, if it's rained recently, all these different factors that I just love to be able to not worry about and to have it go automatically. But like I said, if you're running Disneyland, if you've got 64 zones, the BlueSpray unit is what you want, because no other unit is going to allow you to control so many different zones and such a big operation. Installing the BlueSpray hardware was super simple. Pretty much all sprinkler controllers are pretty simple. You just pull the wires, take a picture of all your wires to make sure you can remember which zones go where. Unscrew them, screw them back in, and you're good to go. The hardware, the actual plastic box enclosure of the BlueSpray feels a little flimsy, but when you're only going to open it once or twice a year, maybe, that's not really too big of a problem. Getting the BlueSpray unit connected to my Wi-Fi was not a big problem. You have your laptop and you connect directly to the BlueSpray unit, you set it up, and then you hop off the BlueSpray unit, and then the BlueSpray unit can connect to your home Wi-Fi. You can also use an Ethernet cable if your BlueSpray unit is way out in the boonies, you just need an Ethernet cable to reach it because Wi-Fi won't reach, or if you just like using a hard line. Overall, I'd say the software on the BlueSpray is not that slick, but it gets the job done. The full-size website feels a little clunky, it feels dated, it's not very intuitive. When you set up your zones, you're dragging and dropping from this top right corner of these sprinklers and you're dropping onto a map of your zones, and when you actually try to drag and drop, it doesn't really work that well. But I powered through it and got it set up, and once you do have it set up, it's really cool because then you can see the different zones plotted out. And this is another place where the BlueSpray shines if you're doing a commercial operation, because with the Google Maps integration of the BlueSpray software, if you had this big old giant place that you were running 60 zones on, you could see and pinpoint each zone and name it and know that, oh, that's the sprinkler head area that just broke right here. Or, oh, let me turn on this zone and this zone and this zone. And that is totally invaluable if you're running a big job. There are no native apps. It's just web apps for the BlueSpray controls. No iOS, no Android, which is fine. In this day and age, websites are fine. You're really not losing anything. The only problem is with the BlueSpray, you have to log in, and it's kind of funky the way you have to log in. You go to bluespray.net, you click on your account. From there, you log in. Then you have to click on your own unit because you might be controlling many different units. Click on your home unit, and then you're in to control your actual unit. This is kind of funky because you can't directly bookmark this page, the page that actually has the controls on it, because the way logging in and cookies works. So every couple days you'll get booted out and you need to go back to the bluespray.net account, log in, and go through that daisy chain. There's no charts or graphs with the BlueSpray like there is with Rain Machine and the Ratio, but there is an API. So if you want to build it, you can do it because they allow full access with all the different API endpoints and different data sets that come out of your controller. The BlueSpray unit does not require the internet. It uses the internet to download weather forecast stuff, but it doesn't require the internet, which is quite good because if your internet goes down or BlueSpray servers go down, it means that your lawn will continue to be watered. It's okay. You've already set up a schedule, and that's all going to run. So a lot of the other smart controllers on the market offload the work they're doing to the cloud. So if their servers go down, that means that your smart controller is not going to work. So look into that before you buy a smart controller and decide if that's something that's necessary to you, because I know my internet goes out at my house every once in a while. it's not super reliable, so that might be important to you. And finally, for my favorite feature on the BlueSpray, it is the garage door control. This was such a genius addition to this unit because most sprinkler controllers are in the garage. And what's right there but the garage door? So it just requires you to buy a garage door sensor and some wire. And the setup was pretty darn easy. It was even fun because I'm kind of a do-it-yourselfer. You can check out my setup video to see more nitty-gritty install stuff of how the sensor setup went and how the wire running went. But I really feel like this is a killer app for the BlueSpray unit. None of the other units on the market have garage door integration. There are separate garage door controllers. The Garagio is like $200 on its own just for this one feature of being able to see if your garage door is open or closed and then be able to open it or close it by going into your phone. You know, I swap out these different controllers so I can review them every 2 weeks, and I'm going to miss the garage door control most of all. So in conclusion, I think the BlueSpray is at the top of the heap when it comes to commercial integrations. If you've got a big job with a ton of zones, this is the unit you want to look at. But even for the home do-it-yourselfer like me that only has a few zones, that garage door integration is so awesome that it kind of throws it to the top of the heap as well. But, like I said at the beginning, I would rather set it and forget it and not have so much manual control over my watering. But now that I've kind of done the hard work of setting up seasons and setting up zones and doing the work, I can set it and forget it. So, that being said, you make the call. Check out the specs on my website, thewifigarden.com. Look it over, check out each review, and decide for yourself. Thanks for watching. Take it easy.